Hi friends, in today's video I want to take you through the process that I go through to manage the audio inside some travel videos, which is part of my another channel called Cinematic Travels. Now we actually have two audio tracks usually. We have the narration on one audio track and we have music in the second audio track, and we also sometimes have some background sound as well. Now, it's often quite tricky to be able to balance the narration with the music track to make sure the music tracks are not too overpowering. Now, what I do generally is when I'm on the edit page making my edits, I just very roughly use the mixer on the right hand side here just to set some levels that the music's not too overpowering, just so I can work. Now, if you don't actually have the mixer panel open, just go to the very top here and just click where it says mixer, and then it appears. And then when you play it, you're going to see the bars appear here. Let's just give it a few moments. For a moment here. From the outside, it looks fairly... So my audio narration is on track 1, and the music is currently on this track 4. Now, in terms of the actual processing of the video towards the end stage, I then go to the Fairlight tab, which is the two musical notes on the bottom here. This takes us through to this page here. And you can see that we have the actual preview of the video over here, and we have some output channels, and we also have this mixer panel with some more controls on it. What I'd like to do next is on the actual narration channel, which is on A1 here, I click where it says Dynamics and double click it, which brings up this window here, and I switch on the compressor and also the limiter. So the compressor, first of all, I set a ratio for around about 2.5 to maybe 3. And if you don't notice here, it reduces the volume of the narration if it starts to get a little bit hot in terms of towards maybe 0. And it just brings it down a bit to a more appropriate level. And for the limiter itself, that's more of a safety so that it doesn't ever sort of peak or distort. And I set that to around about -5. That's it for those two. And then for the actual EQ itself, and double click on that, you can see I actually just use the default preset here for dialogue male, because of course I've got a male voice for my narration, but if you have a female, there are some options available there. And that just gives, I find, a fairly nice tone to the narration. And then in terms of the actual music itself, which is on currently A4, the next thing I do is double click again on the dynamics here, switch on the compressor, and this I give it a little bit more of aggressive compression ratio, around about 3.5 to maybe 4, and the threshold's around about -15, but it very much depends on your music that you're using, and it just gives it a bit more of a compression so it doesn't get too overwhelming on the narration. So that's it for the compressor, and then for the actual EQ itself, I find it's quite effective to bring the treble right the way down. So normally if we go, for example, choose one of these here, it's right up here, and what I do is I then drag the number 5 and just bring it all the way down, so it kind of mutes the top half, I suppose, and that means it's more of a background sound rather than overpowering of the narration. I've just got a preset just here, music suppress. So if you find something you quite like, you can just click the plus button and it comes up with this dialogue. You can just create a new one or update the existing one. And then if we actually listen to the actual track here, so on the notice on the bottom of the levels here, I try to make the narration peak around about -10, maybe a maximum of -5 for the narration, and the music itself, I try to make it peak around about -25. Sometimes it goes up as much as -20. So between -20 and -30, I find is the most appropriate, which is kind of like sort of half the audio levels of my narration. And then finally, for the actual main bus itself, sometimes I will set a limiter on the final output and just set that to -2, just to make sure that it never reaches a point where it actually distorts. And that's it. That's pretty much what I do. I find works really nicely for narration and background music. A very nice and straightforward process. Hope you find it useful. And of course, if you do, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and I shall see you soon on another DaVinci Resolve video.